Hello, this is Catherine. I know I need to stop talking. Hello, lovelies. How are we doing? It's Christmas. I mean, it's not Christmas, but it is Christmas. Unlike last week's podcast, where I was very much of the "it's too soon" crowd. Too soon every time I heard a Christmas song. I am now so embracing the whole festive spirit. In fact, I wore my sparkly jumper that some of you might remember that I bought, my age 13 to 14 pink sparkly jumper that I bought from Tesco's recently because it was pink and it was sparkly and what's not to love. I wore that yesterday on Friday, which means that Christmas, as far as I'm concerned, is officially here. I've already listened to Slade circa 10 million times, I reckon. I might write a Christmas song. I was thinking this to myself and then it turned out Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking had the same idea. Despite the fact we're not really songwriters, we don't see that as a barrier. I mean, if a song about sausage rolls can be Christmas number one for 3 years in a row, I think writing a Christmas number one, I think that could be a very nice little retirement plan. So I'm going to have to work out quite what my Christmas are. Festive Flaps. There we go. Look at that. We've got a song title. Look, this is all about kind of like spontaneous creativity. Festive Flaps. You heard it here first. Coming to you for Christmas very soon. Probably, almost definitely. So yeah, I'm fully embracing Christmas spirit. We have Christmas decorations going up tonight. We have a definite division of opinion in this household on the kind of like purpose and sense one should be conveying through Christmas decorations. So Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking over the many years we've been together has invested and built up a set of beautiful, tasteful, stylish, matching and coordinated Christmas decorations, and they are very beautiful, and they are so not how I feel one should be decorating for Christmas even slightly, because my version of Christmas decorations is to decorate as though Christmas has thrown up all over your house. We've had a big argument for years about tinsel. Me and Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking. His argument is it's tacky. My argument is I know, and that's why we need it up at Christmas. So a couple of years ago, marital harmony was reached. So in our main living room, we have Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking's terribly tasteful gold and shades of umber. Is umber a thing? Is umber a colour? Am I thinking of amber? Is amber and umber a colour? Amber, oh my goodness. God, Christmas is getting to me. Is umber a thing? Right, well, I'm going to go and Google that immediately after this. Umber, amber? Doesn't make sense, does it? Goodness, the things you don't even think about until they come into your head. Well, maybe he's got both umber and amber on his tree. Gonna try and say that quickly 3 times in a row. Umber, amber. It could be a line in the Christmas song. Again, look at this. We're creating as we speak. So yeah, Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking Street. Very, very tasteful, regardless of whether it's umber or amber, and it's beautiful and it looks lovely. And then you walk through the house, that's the first thing you see, it's the beautiful, lovely, beautiful tree. And then you walk kind of through the kitchen and into my room, which I think I mentioned before. We still haven't named it. We still haven't named it because it's where the garage was. It's like a garage conversion. And Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking wants to call it a snug, but I think that makes it sound like wankers. So we've kind of not really concluded on a name. Although my dad did suggest, he said maybe you could name it after, often you have suites of rooms named after people who have died. So he said maybe you could call it the Nana Cook Suite. So maybe I'm in the Nana Cook Suite, aka the converted garage, aka the place where the fucking Christmas magic happens, because you walk through the lovely, tasteful part of our house and you'll walk into my room and it's like Christmas has vomited everywhere, and it's absolutely, in my opinion, how Christmas should be. I have my own tree. It's pink, but it's not just pink, because that would be like coordinated. Sorry, not the tree is pink. That might be, no, now I'm thinking maybe I need a pink tree. No, the tree is green, but the decorations are pink and other colours, because why coordinate when you can throw any random fucking shit on your tree? There's tinsel as far as the eye can see, and I absolutely fucking love it. It looks dreadful. It would win no home decor interior competitions whatsoever. I don't spread my decorations out evenly. I sometimes, control yourself Christmas pedants, I put the big fucking Christmas decorations at the top of the tree. I know! What kind of an animal am I? I fucking love it. I love the madness and the total distaste of my Christmas celebration. So there'll be a shitload of tinsel filling up the Nana Cook Suite, and it'll be marvellous and it'll be lovely. Yeah, love a Christmas decoration, as do my fucking liabilities of cats. So I think I spent most of last Christmas, as I'm sure did most cat owners, picking my cats out of the Christmas tree and returning them to the ground. So let's hope if they go for that little plan again, that they go for my Christmas tree, which, to be fair, could probably get knocked over and put back up again, and I'm not sure you would notice a difference, as opposed to Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking's, where there's probably measurements between baubles, and it looks very beautiful as a result, and mine is just chaos. And that's probably a fair summing up of our relative approaches to life: order and sensibility versus abject fucking chaos. Watch some Christmas films, because it is the start of December, so watch some Christmas films. We watched Nativity last night. I sob at Nativity, and every year I've got a bit tearful just mentioning the film Nativity just now. I clearly have fallen and hit my head at some point. There's something about, now I'm not very good with small children, and I don't really get into the whole, sort of participating in activities at school and things like that, but there is something about a nativity, and there's something about the film Nativity with songs that I actually think are A, genuinely good, and B, bear no resemblance to any kind of performance I've ever seen in an actual school nativity ever. But let's not suspend the magic. It's something about it, and I was getting to the end and I was sobbing, and I was going to my children, it's very sad, and they were looking at me like I was a fucking idiot and going, it fucking isn't. It is. There's a man in the audience in the film Nativity who is like watching it, and he is like so into it. He's singing along, he's sobbing, he has to hide his face in the tense parts, he's cheering and dancing at the end. That is me. That is me in every live theatrical production, including the school Nativity ever. I am so invested in the story. You can see why I went to drama school, can't you? So yeah, watched Nativity, and then we watched Home Alone this afternoon. We watched both Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, and they just get progressively worse thereafter, although Beth continues to try and convince me that Home Alone 4 is the best Christmas film ever. It's not. It's fucking not. It's fucking awful. But every time I watch the first Home Alone, which, that was kind of like our Christmas film. Me and my sister loved that when we were little. That was what we'd always watch in the run-up to Christmas. As an adult, every time I watch it, I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You've got about 11 children there, half of whom at least are under 10, and you're telling me that you're lying in until 8 a.m. in the morning? I don't fucking think so. I'd have been up since 8 p.m. the night before trying to get fuckers to go to sleep. Lying in till 8 a.m. where they get up and they go, oh, we overslept. Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. You'd have been up since 5, desperately waiting for the moment the American equivalent of CBeebies turned on. I can assure you, sleeping until 8 a.m. Absolute bullshit. So yeah, Christmas excitement. It's been a very exciting week all round. I've got a new carpet. I love new carpet so much. So we had some of the floors done in the house, and then we got new carpet for the stairs and the top landing, and I love new carpet so much. I just went and had a little lie down on it. I just felt so happy that it was here. Smells fucking lovely, doesn't it? And then it got me thinking, why are perfume manufacturers so uncreative when it comes to their smells? Because if there was a perfume that smelled of new carpet, I legit would buy that. I absolutely would buy new carpet perfume, 100%. And then I thought, well, there's loads of other smells you could have, isn't there? Like frying bacon. That would be nice. I'd be attracted to somebody who smelled of frying bacon. Unless it was like their skin that was on fire. That got dark quickly, didn't it? So yeah, frying bacon, as long as it came with a disclaimer that it wasn't you. What else smells nice? Like, when you first strike a match. There's a lot of burning. I seem to be very attracted to smells of burning. I may have issues. But yeah, I just think there's lack of creativity. Marzipan. You have a perfume that smells of marzipan. Who doesn't like marzipan? I know lots of you are now going to tell me that you don't like marzipan. Why? What's wrong with you? It's fucking lovely. Anyway, I digress. I've got new carpet. It's lovely. And the cats think it's one great, big, giant scratching post. So far from sitting there relaxing, enjoying my new carpet, I've spent most of the last few days since it was installed running out into the whole screaming, stop scratching the carpet! They don't listen. Like they listen. They're like, yeah, whatever, yeah, we'll pretend we're going to stop scratching it. Fucking idiot. We'll just wait till you go to sleep, then we'll jump in through the window where we scaled the side of the house and we'll scratch the hell out of the new carpet. What are you going to do about it? And the answer is nothing. I very clearly am not in charge here. Other great excitement. We're going out tonight. I don't know about anybody else. I think I've forgotten how to go out a little bit. Combination of obviously having children and then pandemic. I feel like I've almost forgotten how to go. I'll be asleep by about 8:30, I reckon. And then I was thinking, like, there's such a difference, isn't there? The difference between going out. Can vaguely remember, it's a long time ago now, I can like vaguely remember what it was like going out before I had children. God, it was so fucking spontaneous, wasn't it? You could just on a whim go, should we go out tonight? Where? Don't mind, doesn't matter. Let's just go out. Let's see how the mood takes us. You could phone up friends, other friends who didn't have children. They would also be free and available to make spontaneous plans with you. I cannot imagine being spontaneous about going out now. Now, I mean, going to the fucking supermarket is like a military operation, let alone a night out. I feel like I've got one of those like field commander plans drawn up, you know, sort of like babysitters on one line and venues, and then kind of like cross-checking with other people's diaries, because we all seem to have gone very quickly from we're in lockdown, we're doing nothing, to we're out of lockdown, we're doing fucking everything, every night is booked up till the end of time. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm doing something. But yeah, I feel that the spontaneity, that's gone, isn't it? That's definitely gone. Yeah, it is like a military operation. And then I can vividly remember in my early 20s, like if I was going out that night, I might start getting ready. I might go as far as to get up, you know, sort of late morning, lunchtime maybe, and, you know, sort of sit around in my dressing gown and watch like Saturday morning TV. And then I might start getting ready from then on. You know, I can remember like taking baths that took an hour and nobody came and took a shit in the toilet next to me while I was having a bath. Can you imagine that experience? I mean, to be fair, my children are now at an age where they do no longer come and shit on the toilet next to me. They have been known to wander in while I'm in the bath, have a massive fart and then walk out again. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. It's probably a bit better. Gosh, there's a side of parenting, isn't it? That we see that as a sign of success. Only farted and didn't follow through while I was having a nice relaxing bath. I felt so chilled. I did. I felt so relaxed. But yeah, I would have like a bath, and I can remember like spending, I don't know, an hour painting my nails. It's like another world, isn't it? It's like another time. It's unfathomable. I mean, today, if I'm lucky, in between putting up the Christmas decorations and feeding the kids and feeding the cats and getting the house to a vaguely presentable state, I might manage to put a clean top on. I say that I am also going to have to sort out my eye makeup, because optimistically, Beth obviously played a match this morning and it looked quite nice out. And when I say it looked quite nice out, what I mean is it didn't look like I was walking out into Storm Arwen, which was last week's games, to the point I didn't even bother to layer up. What a twat. Only wore one pair of socks. What a fucking dick. So consequently, I got to the football pitch, and for a very brief moment, I was like, oh, this is lovely. And then, because who even says that, the wind was like, ha ha, and came roaring back in force. And as anybody who wears a lot of eye makeup will probably know, if it's windy when you're out, I mean, it's game over. It's literally game over. I mean, never mind me sobbing at nativity. I looked like I was hysterical at watching like this group of girls running around playing football, because I had makeup plastered into the side of my face. I looked like my eyeliner has been sandblasted into my cheeks. Don't know if you heard a crash from upstairs just then. Again, not a professional podcaster. One of my children made a crash. I can hear them walking around, so I'm assuming they're all right. As long as I haven't fucking damaged the new carpet. That's all we're worried about. That's all we're worried about. So yeah, so I have probably got to de-infiltrate the black eyeliner from my cheek, because I mean, there's the goth look and the emo look, and then there's looking like you've fallen face first into a coal scuttle, and that is roughly the look that I'm rocking round about now. And it occurs to me as I'm saying this, because I haven't looked into a mirror since I came back from football, because I thought I'd sort that out later. I've been to the dump this afternoon, and the guys at the dump were very generous to me in terms of helping me unload the car, and now I know why, because they probably thought that I needed some kind of, I don't know, some kind of professional help properly. So yeah, might manage to put a clean top on in between making the kids dinner and asking many existential questions, which are usually centred around Father Christmas this time of year, and hard to answer, right? Because stranger danger is very real. So how are we as adults so comfortable with some random old bloke in a red hat walking into our kids' rooms in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve night? Answer me that. To be fair, it's no longer an issue for us, because obviously my kids are now at an age where, however much I've tried to keep it going, Jamie makes no secret of the fact that he knows that Father Christmas, in his mind, is not real. Obviously, Santa's real, kids. Santa is real, and if you don't believe in the magic of Christmas, then where will you be? But Jamie doesn't believe anymore. And Beth, and I've shared this story on here before, Beth, I mean, most kids work out that Father Christmas isn't real by their mate tells them in the playground, or they just kind of suss it out. No, Beth is so much more dangerously clinical than that. And so it was maybe 2 years ago, and it was summer, it was June. This is important. It was June, and I was sitting on the sofa doing some work one evening, and Beth came in and she said to me, "Can you write down Christmas on a piece of paper?" And it's not unusual for her to ask me to come in and write down words, because she was wanting spelling and stuff. So without thinking, I wrote down the word Christmas, and she went, "Thanks," and she went away. 2 minutes later, she was back, and in her hands, we're in June, let me just remind you of that, she's clutching the piece of paper with the word Christmas on that I had written, and the Christmas letter that Father Christmas had written the previous Christmas, 6 months ago, in which Father Christmas had also written the word Christmas. "Look at this," she said to me. "I've worked it out." I said, "What? What have you worked out?" She said, look how you formed these letters here. It's exactly the same as Father Christmas. You're Father Christmas, aren't you? My God, it's like living with a member of MI5, I tell you. So yeah, the unmasking of Father Christmas has definitely taken place in our house. But as I always say, you've got to believe in the magic. Got to believe in the Christmas magic. And hopefully have some reassurance that no, an old man isn't going to just wander into your room. Unless you've got random elderly relatives staying, in which case who knows what's going to happen. I also think the other thing about going out pre-children is you kind of, despite the spontaneity, there was kind of like a nice predictability. Like, you knew you were going to take ages to get ready and probably nothing was going to interrupt that. You knew that you'd probably have your mates round for some pre-drinking before you went out. And again, that'd be a nice chilled session. Nobody was going to be late. Nobody was going to be stuck waiting for the babysitter. And then once you have kids, all of that goes completely out of the window. And I think the going out experience that perhaps best crystallised this for me was when Jamie was very small. It was before Beth was born. And I was friends with the group of girls that I'd done NCT classes with, and as lots of NCT classes do, we kept in touch. And we decided, and it would have been, so Jamie would have been, how old would you have been? It must have been 2. Yeah, it must have been 2, because it must have been just before I got pregnant with Beth. We decided that we were going to go out. It was this time of year, it was Christmas, and we were just going to go, we weren't going to go wild, we were just going to go to the pub up the road, have a meal and have a few drinks. And so it was the Friday, and I didn't work Fridays then, and so I'm a little bit naive. I was like, wow, I can do what I used to do and spend ages getting ready. Fool, fucking idiot, fool. And Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking was on his way back from work, and so I went upstairs, and at the time we had a big loft conversion, and we had an ensuite up there. And so I ran the bath for Jamie, and I put Jamie into the bath, and he was, quite happy to sit in there and play with his toys. And whenever I tell this story, I always worry that people think I'm irresponsible over the health and safety implications. So just to be really clear, the ensuite was right next to my getting ready area. I could see into the bathroom and see Jamie in the bath from where I was. However, foolishly, I could also slip slightly out of sight from Jamie, and that was when it all went horribly wrong. So I felt safe to do so, because he was chatting away, so I could hear him. I knew he was fine. And so I slipped round the corner to just straighten my hair, listening to him, calling out to him, "Are you okay, Jamie?" Yeah, he was having a lovely time. I thought, oh, he seemed so happy. I've never heard him so happy in the bath. Never heard him so happy. So I carried on sitting there, straightened my hair, I'd done my makeup, I had a new top, I had sparkly shoes. I looked lovely. I looked genuinely lovely. I was looking in the mirror going, I look lovely. And at about this point, I had the door go downstairs. And my stepdaughter arrived. She was spending the weekend with us. And she came upstairs and I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" I said, "Oh, Jamie's in the bath if you want to go see her." We could hear him, la, 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 having a lovely time, chatting away. And so she walked through the doorway to the ensuite bathroom. And then she backed out really quickly and she went, "Ah." I said, "Is everything all right?" She went, "Have you seen in there?" I said, "No." And she sort of pointed in the kind of appalled, like slightly entertained horror that people sometimes have on their face. And I walked through the door. And I've never seen anything like it. It was like, I don't know, I mean, the phrase dirty protest doesn't cover up even slightly what was going on in this bathroom. It looked like hell had descended inside my bathroom. Jamie basically had taken it upon himself while he was in the bath to take a shit. Okay, he's a little kid. It happens. Because I hadn't intervened, Jamie had thought, what perfect opportunity to play with my shit. It was fucking everywhere. There was poo up the walls, there was poo on the floor, there was poo on the towels, there was poo all over Jamie. He's like rubbing it in his hair, going, "Mummy, mummy." And I stood there for a minute and thought, where the fuck is the proper grown-up to come and deal with this situation? Because this is hell. This is hell in my bathroom right now. And then I realised the proper grown-up was me. It was going to be me. I was going to have to clear up the poo. And so I took off my sparkly shoes and I took off my lovely top and I clipped my beautifully straightened hair up and I rolled up my sleeves, and retching as I did so, I cleaned that entire bathroom and Jamie from top to bottom. I've never seen so much poo in my life. By the time I'd done that, Mr. I Know I Need to Stop Talking and come home, and I looked like I'd been through some kind of like traumatic experience by that point. He was like, "You're all right." I was like, "Just don't me. I'm going out now. I'm going out." My hair was straightened no more, because, I've got the kind of hair, and girls with curly hair will recognise this. You straighten it, there's a drop of moisture in the air, that's it, poof, you are Monica from Friends when she goes abroad, and that is me every time my hair meets moisture. So, as you can imagine, after 45 minutes in a sweaty, stinking bathroom, my hair was straight no more. I wore a hat to the pub that night. I just put on a bobble hat. I thought, fuck it, I can't be asked, I just want to go out and drink a lot of wine. And while I was waiting in the bar, the man said to me, "Oh, you're wearing a hat, you a bit cold?" I said, "You have no idea. You have no idea. So I'm hoping at least that I won't have to spend tonight before I go out clearing up loads of shit. But with the cats and the kids, I mean, never say never. Never say never, even slightly. And then, you know, again, before, like, because you used to go out regularly, didn't you? So it wasn't really an event. It was kind of like having a nice chill out with my friends, we're pacing ourselves. Now it is the last fucking days of Rome. It's like, we may not get to, you know, combination of children plus lockdown. We may not get to this again. We need to party like it's 1999, which probably was the last time I had enough energy to fucking party. We are absolutely going for it, hell for leather. You can always spot, I think, when you go out and you see groups of slightly older middle-aged adults partying like they've been unleashed. And I just think, yes, you have children, you have small children, and you've been let out. And the thing is, back then, of course, we were young, we were in our 20s, we could hold our drink, we could do that. Now, no, I mean now, I get used to having a drink at home, and I've got a measurement, I know how much I'm drinking and everything, and then I get a bit tired, I switch to cups of mint tea, and then I'm probably in bed by 10, but when you're out, all rules go out the window, and yeah, you will, if you're not careful, find yourself in the toilets talking to completely random strangers about the hell of childbirth, and, you know, even going as far as to do crazy things like offering to show them your episiotomy scar. That kind of thing happens when you're out. It's like, just like they should warn you post-childbirth, you are fucking liability and probably should not be allowed out by yourself anymore. And then you've got the next day, haven't you? After all that, like, unfettered drinking, and back in the day, didn't matter. You could sleep till 12. You could sleep till 12, wake up with no hangover because you're in the blooms of youth and you didn't even think hangovers was something that people got. Oh, you fucking young, naive twat. And then you could do it all over again. You could get ready to go out again. Whereas now, oh God, now, well, you're up at the crack of dawn, aren't you? You're up regardless, either because your kids are waking you up or because, as everybody knows, once you've had small children, you lose the ability completely to sleep past 6 a.m. So you're lying there in the horrors, lying in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking, what did I do? What did I do? Where was I? What did I do? What did I do to embarrass myself? Who did I offer to show my episiotomy scar to last night? Dear God. And you sit there in the horrors, and then, you know, if your children are really small, they'll leap on your head and like smash you in the skull with their plastic Tommy Tippy cup. Oh, I'm so glad the days of Tommy Tippy cups are over. Or if they're larger, they'll insist on you getting up and taking them to whatever fun Sunday morning activity they have to do. It's hell. It's hell. So I'm completely sitting here thinking that I am planning to be very sensible and have like one drink and then have some mint tea and then be home and in bed by 10 because I've got to be pitch side for 9:30 tomorrow morning, and I'm almost certainly going to fail absolutely fucking miserably. And do you know what? I reckon I'm going to have a fucking brilliant time doing it. So bring it on. Bring it fucking on. So yeah, that's my great excitement. So I'll come back and tell you all about it next week, and we'll see whether I was able to be sensible and pace myself and wake up fresh and bright and breezy tomorrow morning, and also see, you know, just how good a hangover cure it is standing on the side of a freezing cold football pitch, still unable to feel your own vagina. I mean, fucking hell. I'm pretty certain it's not going to feature in a book of hangover cures anytime soon. Anyway, whether you're celebrating Christmas just yet, or whether you're not in the party spirit, whether you don't celebrate Christmas at all, or whether you're the other thing to be smug about, I've actually done some Christmas shopping. I never do Christmas shopping early, but I tell you why. It's because Mr. I know I need to stop talking. Again, super organised. Not only has he bought all of his Christmas presents, he's fucking wrapped them. I need to get my shit into gear, but first of all, I'm just going to go and get out as much fucking tacky, tinsely, Christmassy, pink, sparkly joy as I can, and the Nana Cook suite will look as tacky as Christmas has come, and I shall fucking love it. Look after yourselves, my loves. Stay safe. Take care. I will see you next week. Lots of love. Bye-bye.